So hello and welcome to the episode. So today I want to talk about the top 5 modifications I've done to my Royal Enfield Interceptor. So I've had this 3 weeks now, and there are 5 things that I think is important, in my personal opinion, to probably put on this bike as soon as possible. So the first thing on my list is a tank protector, the one that goes on the side. I purchased the leather diamond pattern tank pad from TripMachine. They come as a set, £40, so it ain't too bad, like £20 each. I brought them from urbanrider.co.uk. They were easy to fit, so I got some brake cleaner, one that's safe on paint, sprayed it into a rag, cleaned the tank. I offered up the tank pad to make sure it will fit, because it's a generic tank pad. It's not specifically designed for the Royal Enfield Interceptor, so it just so happens to fit perfectly on this motorcycle. So you offer it up, make sure it fits where you want it, peel the corner away, stick the corner first in the right place, and then that gives you a bit of movement if you want to move it up and down. Then once you're happy, push firmly on the corner, and then you can peel the rest of the tape away and applying pressure as you go along. I advise doing it on a hot day, or if you can't do it on a hot day, just get a hairdryer, heat up the tank a little bit and heat up the tank pad just to get it nice and warm and sticky. Avoid using it in the rain for the first 24 hours, and then you're good to go. It is water resistant, so it can be used in the rain. Obviously over time, heavy downpours, it might show its age. We'll have to see on that, but I just think it looks absolutely amazing. I think it really matches the bike. It matches the standard seat, but the diamond shape pattern really matches that well, I think. So the next thing I purchased, this was also from TripMachine, and that is the handlebar grip wraps. These are actually leather, because the standard grips I find are a bit too thin, and they're made from like a hard rubber, and you can feel some vibrations in your fingers. And I went for the taco brown. I love that colour. I think it goes really nice with the Ventura blue. They come in really nice packaging from TripMachine. They have a little note from the CEO, the founder, saying thank you for the purchase, and a little background information, which I think is a nice touch. You get a little sticker inside as well. So once you've got these wraps out the box, you should offer them up to the grip, just to make sure you get the TripMachine logo in the right place. Wrap them round and make sure you're happy with the position of them. So once you're happy with that, you know where you're going to start on the end. Clean up the grips. I used brake cleaner again, it's rubber safe. Sprayed that on them, wiped it off, let it dry. Again, do it in a warm environment. If you can't do that, use a hairdryer to warm up both the wraps, the sticky double-sided tape, and the grips. So apply gently, pull the tape off as you go along, inch by inch. Apply pressure as you're wrapping it round. Don't overlap the double-sided tape, just overlap the leather. So you want to align the double-sided next to the adjacent double-sided, but not on top of each other. So it's kind of like diagonal, and you wrap it around all the way to the end. Cut them off with a sharp blade or some scissors, and you want to put the end sort of underneath and a little bit forward, so that way you won't catch them with your thumbs, so they're on a position where you won't be touching. And the latest version come with super glue, so you can glue the end as you finish, whereas the previous version came with double-sided tape, and that was the weak point for these. But now they are supplying you with glue, so it should be more durable. They are water resistant, and obviously don't use them for 24 hours in heavy rain. Then once they're all dried and fully bonded properly, that will withstand some downpours. I just think they look really nice. They're high quality and they're a nice upgrade. So the next thing that I purchased for this, the third thing, is the screen protectors for the dash. I noticed on the demo bike in the sun there are lots of fine scratches on the dials, and I've had these protectors on my NC for a couple of years and they were absolutely fantastic. They are made by Speedo Angels, really easy to apply. They come with an alcohol wipe so you clean the dial, wipe with the cloth, use the dust remover, the sticky dust remover, gently dab it all over so you can't see any more dust. Gently place them on, pull one side off, leave one side on, the protector. Use the scraper that it comes with to iron out all the air bubbles, gradually working your way around. Once you're happy, peel off the protective layer and you're done. They come with a pack of 4, so you get 2 lots of these to cover your dials, and I think they're only like $10.99, something like that. I will put a link to all these in the description below. So I thought that was a good addition to put on, quite a sensible upgrade. And the full thing that I put on this bike was the screen, the little flyer screen. I didn't particularly buy it for wind protection because I ordered the short one. I brought it more for looks. I think it finishes the front end off really nice, and also behind the clocks you can see all the plug and all that, and the bolts and stuff, and this just covers that up and makes it a little bit neater, and I think it looks awesome. So it's a little bit more tricky to fit. So you start off by taking the front lens off with the 2 Phillips screws underneath. So you pull down from the bottom and lift up from the top. Carefully unplug the 2 plugs, and then once that's off, you unscrew the 12mm bolt on the right side, leave the left one tight, unscrew that, and then you unplug the indicator from inside the light. Use a flat-headed screwdriver just to prise the plug open from the clip, and then you pull away and then it comes out. Gently feed the wire through, taking note of the orientation, and then with an 18mm spanner get behind the headlight bracket and unscrew the indicator. So you thread the indicator wire all the way out, and then once you've got that bolt out and the indicator out, put the right bracket on, thread the indicator through, put the bolt on, and then tighten it up tight. Plug the plug back in, go to the other side, unscrew, do the exact same thing, unscrew the 12mm, unscrew the indicator, unplug it, and then put the bracket on, thread the indicator through, and there is also a little bracket for the clutch cable, as you can see here. Make sure that goes through the indicator bolt as well, but don't tighten this, just put it in finger tight, and same for the 12mm bolt, put that in finger tight as well. And then grab the tint part of the screen, put the rubber grommets in, the 4 grommets, push the metal spacers in, and then get the brushed aluminium plate with the Royal Enfield logo on it, offer it up to the front and put the Allen key screws in just finger tight. Put one in one side and then one in the other side. You might need to wiggle it about a little bit, and that's why we haven't tightened the left bracket, so it gives us a little bit of movement. So you do that, get them all finger tight, all four of them, and then you screw them up tightly. Once you screw them up tightly, you can tighten up the left bracket. Tighten up the 12mm bolt nice and tight, and then tighten up the indicator, the 18mm indicator. It's really important that you do one side at a time, because if you unscrew both, that will mess up your headlight alignment, and it could be too high or too low. If you do this and you think the headlight has been compromised, just pop to your local MOT station or your local garage and it will set it up for you. But this should be fine if you do one side at a time. So once that's done, put the front back on again, plug both plugs in, hook in at the top, and then screw the Phillips screws in, or the crosshead screws, can't remember what they are now. Check all your lights, indicators, main beam, dip beam, and your position light. Give it a good old clean, and then you're good to go. And I just think it looks absolutely fantastic. I think it looks brilliant, and it really finishes the front off. With that brushed aluminium, it gives that nice retro look still. I don't think it offers great wind protection. I'll have to test it. It's not been on long. I just think it looks great more than anything. So the fifth thing on my list, you may have noticed already, is this little clock that I've got on my bars. It's a subtle little mod, but makes a massive difference to me, because this bike doesn't have a clock on it. Because I commute as well, I like to know what the time is. This was only like £7 on eBay or something like that. I will put a link to this in the description below. It's waterproof, it connects with a little grub screw, it fits the Interceptor absolutely fantastic. It's also got a rubber pad underneath, so you don't damage the bars when you when you tighten the grub screw up. And there's a waterproof ring. It's quite tricky to set the time. You've got to be very careful not to break the little adjustment knob, but for £7, and I think it looks really cool. It's chrome as well, and it really matches the bike theme, the retro theme, and it also glows in the dark as well. So that is my 5 mods I've done on this bike. I'm absolutely in love with this bike. Please subscribe for more. That weren't a very good overtake, was it? As I was saying, please subscribe for more. My wife has just brought a Royal Enfield Meteor. We do a lot of calf runs. We are the Royal Enfield couples. Plenty of content coming. If you need any maintenance tips, I've got a valve adjustment and service video on the Interceptor. Plenty more to come on the channel. Really appreciate you watching. Until then, I've been Nick, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Ride safe.